Hi, everybody. Today I wanted to quickly show you hands-on how to get into the Citrix simulated Windows 11 work environment. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you how we're going to enter the Citrix environment. And what you see in front of you is the LBCC website. So you're going to click on the Viking portal and enter into the Viking portal. You're going to log on as you would normally log on to get into Canvas. But instead of going into Canvas, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the Citrix Student Labs. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that icon. It's going to take me, once I log in, right, it's going to take me into the Microsoft Office 2021 lab portion. Now, I've already logged in, so all of this is automatically going into those places. I click on the drop-down arrow and I go into Open to open up that Windows simulated environment. And once the Viking portal verifies who I am, I'm inside of the Viking portal here. And what you're going to see, I'm going to go ahead and minimize this. What you're going to see when you first come in is this blue Windows screen here. So this is the Citrix simulated environment. Essentially, what it is a place for you that has all of your information. It's your account in the cloud. That also includes all of the apps that you'll need for our class. So Word and Excel and PowerPoint, anything that's Microsoft Office related is going to be available here through the Citrix simulated environment. Now, this doesn't matter, this environment, because it's housed on the internet. It doesn't matter what kind of computer you're working from. So you could be on a Chromebook or an Apple laptop or even an HP or whatever sort of PC you have. And maybe you don't want to upgrade to the newest version of Office. You can use the Citrix simulated environment. Now, once you open up Citrix, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to open up a Chrome page. Now, Google Chrome is our preferred browser. So you're going to open that up there. And I've actually already logged in, so I'm going to show you what I've got here inside of our Google Chrome window. Inside of Citrix, right? So I logged in as Citrix, and now inside of Citrix, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Viking portal one more time, because now I'm going to log into Canvas inside of Citrix, right? So here's my Canvas page, or my Canvas icon. So I'm going to open that up so that I can get to our specific class, right? So I can open up any class that I've got here. When I go into modules and I look for the specific assignment that I want to work on, let's say that I wanted to work on one of these projects. So I'm looking at my weekly module here, and I want to complete not a lesson, because the lessons can be completed on any computer that has internet access, but the projects have to be completed in the application that it's covering. For this Word project, when I click on it, I'm going to go ahead and open up my Word project. Now, I've got that ready here. So see what I did here? I logged into Citrix first, through my Viking portal, and then inside of Citrix, I logged into the Viking portal again, and I opened up my Canvas page. Now, let me explain what I'm doing. I'm doing that here. So I opened up my Canvas page and I opened up my project. And now I've got my first SimNet project here. So it tells me here that I've got, number one, a start file. When I click on the start file, because I'm inside of Citrix and I've logged into Canvas inside of Citrix, it's going to open up my starting file, which is a Microsoft Word document. Again, it doesn't matter what computer I'm on, because this environment here is the exact environment that I need for my class. When I click on the starting file, it's going to detect the Microsoft Word software loaded into Citrix. I'm going to click on Enable Editing, and I will be able to open up this file here and follow all of the instructions that are available to me, right? I'm going to have my my starting file on one side and then my instructions on the other side. Now, all I'm doing right now is just kind of resizing these so that you can see them, right? So I can go back and forth between my instructions and my starting file here. So if I were to go in and follow the instructions that are available here, so I've scrolled down a bit here, right? So just as a review here, you've got your explanation of what you're doing in the project, and then you've got the skills that you will be completing, and then it gives you the steps to complete the project, right? To open it up, to enable editing, and then to change the zoom, right? Let's pretend that I did that. Then it tells you to start adding text to the document. Place the cursor on the empty line following their phone number. Okay, so here's my cursor, but I want to put it into the empty line. So I put my mouse over and click on this empty line here, and it says to type the following heading: our objective. Oops, objective. Got it. And then press enter. Got it. And then it says, so I'm following these, I'm going to go ahead and mark them as being done. Number D, type the following text. We are, and I have to type it over here in my Word document. We are dedicated to listening to and evaluating your needs, so forth and so on. So after you finish with all of the steps that you need to complete, right? So you would scroll through and you could mark off the steps as you're completing them. At the end of this, and what I'm going to do is pause right now and pretend that I've done all of the required steps in my project here. And then it tells me to save and close the document. Now, I'm in Citrix right now. So when I file and save, right? What it did right now is it saved the document in the same place that all documents are downloaded to when they come off the internet, and that's in the downloads folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to my File Explorer window, and I'm going to open that up. So when I go into my downloads folder, again, at the very top there, I've got my beautiful file that I just downloaded, right? Now, why am I showing you that? Because I want to remind you that when you are in Citrix and you press that start file, it's going to go into the downloads folder of the Citrix environment. And that's why we opened up Canvas inside of Citrix. Because now when we go back to our steps here, I'm going to go all the way up here. The second step is to upload your file. So when you click on upload my file, where is it going to be? Yep, you guessed it, in the downloads folder, right? Unless you moved it to somewhere else, right? Unless you saved it into your documents folder, onto a drive somewhere. But in this case, I just saved it into downloads. And it says right here, this is my file that I'm going to upload. So I can click on open, and it's going to detect my file. Now, once you're in this portion here, if you just wanted to save what you had worked on, but you're not ready for it to be graded, then you say, no, I'm not ready. And what it'll do is it'll upload your file into a place where you can just open it up later on and keep working. But right now, if I wanted to submit my file for grading, I'd say, yes, submit my file, please. And then it would have my file, it would give me my grade, and I'd be able to move forward from there. Now, we didn't finish all of the steps. We only got 10%, right? So I would look through to see what I had to complete, and it would tell me specifically, right, what it was that I was supposed to be completing here. So in essence, you're using Citrix because you want to have an environment that it has the exact software that you need. The caveat to using Citrix is that it is indeed a cloud-based simulated environment, which means that you're going to have to open up Canvas inside of Citrix again, and you're going to have to save your files there. And they will always be saved into the, if you click on the little File Explorer, they're always going to be saved here into the Downloads folder, but you can always also save them somewhere else, right? You can click on File and Save As and move them into, for example, the Documents folder if that was something that you wanted to do. All right. So I hope that you were able to follow these steps. Those steps are also available to you in your Canvas page. If you have any questions about this, please let me know what those questions are. You can email me via Canvas, or you can send me an email at my email, rosillo.lbcc.edu.